Welcome back, everyone, to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with women's basketball. With us is assistant coach Shea Mead. And coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate being back here.
Like the men, a couple games at home this past week against Michigan Tech and Northern Michigan, two of the better teams in the GLIAC North, and had a couple great meetings with them on the road, and two more games that went to the wire.
You know, it just seems to be that battle, you know, especially against those two, you know, the tops in the league, close to the top, and then, you know, with us up there on the road, like you said, real close. Why not give another great show at home, you know, but unfortunately we came out on the short end of the stick.
Seems like every game the Bulldogs have played, it's been a game that's went to the wire, and you know, unfortunately you haven't won some of them, but every game in the GLIAC has been much the same.
It is unbelievable. I mean, when you got 9 games this year where you're losing by 8 points or less, it's heartbreaking, but it just goes to show you how tough the league is year in and year out.
Busy week this past week as we'll go to the highlights of Thursday's game, coming off a game at Grand Valley on Monday and back at action at home at Wink Arena, and just talk about the performance against Michigan Tech. Got off to a great start again against the Huskies.
We did, you know, we really got off to a great start against Tech, you know, and we kind of kept up a great pace. We started off strong, and then, you know, Tech, as always, in the second half, they're a second half team, caught fire, you know, just like they did on the road at home, and just something that we couldn't really dig ourselves out of, get over the hump, and like I said, unfortunately, you know, we came out on the losing end.
Just saw Dina Drosty there with the basketball. See her had some big shots here in the first half, but unfortunately didn't get quite as many looks in the second half of this game.
Yeah, you know, Dina's been playing really well for us, especially shooting the ball from deep. I mean, she's 42%, I believe, right now in the year, and just really shooting the ball well. Here she is again. I mean, I think, you know, over the past 2 games, you know, she had, what, 8 threes, I believe. So, like, you know, when she's giving us offensive production like that, there's not much that the opposing teams can really do. But, you know, like we have to do is she can shoot it, but we also got to stop their shooters. And you, like I said, you let Tech warm up enough, you know, shooting all these threes, they're going to start making them. And sure enough, in the second half, you know, they started hitting all their shots, and it was just something we couldn't get back from.
Katie Mavis right here with the pull-up, and she had 13 points, a nice contribution off the bench.
Yes, Mavis, you know, really came to play this game. She played really well for us, was attacking the basket, hitting her mid-range outside shot. She played really well. You know, every now and then you get those role players that really step up, and it's a great feeling. It's great to see them because, you know, you just wish there was a day in and day out.
Much like you mentioned, kind of the same as the first meeting. Got out to a lead in the first half, but Michigan Tech just hit some big shots in the second half.
They did, and you know, here they are again, another outside shot. You know, it was just crazy. You know, we did a really good job containing them in the first half both times, and then the second half, you know, they just caught fire, and it's really tough to battle back when a team is just dropping threes like that.
78-70, the final score of that game, and certainly in the GLIAC, not much time to worry about that loss. You come right back in another game on Saturday against another good opponent, Northern Michigan.
Yeah, Northern, I mean, they hit a little skid early on, but they've been playing well again. You know, they're top in the league again, one of the top teams, you know, so it's always a tough battle. You know, especially coming off that Tech loss, heartbreaking, but then you got to come back and bounce back and get ready for Northern.
Going to the highlights of the Northern game, this game a little bit different in terms of both teams really struggled shooting the basketball offensively, 30% around that figure for both teams.
Yeah, you know, it was a tough night offensively. I don't know if that goes to show you the defense was really well. I know we had a couple mishaps in our rotations and everything, but you know, offensively it was a struggle. I wish we got more buckets like that. As you could see, Hannah Hoffman to Chris. Here's another one right here. Hannah's been playing really well for us lately, not only on the defensive end, but being just a great passer from the high post. It's been really well to open up the book for her and everything.
Northern Michigan, as we talked about, some good outside shooting from some of their post players as well.
Yeah, it helps. You know, like I said with the Tech, if you allow them to continue to get these open shots, and we call them, you know, practice shots, because the more they take in the game, the more they're going to start hitting later on. And if you allow them big girls to start warming up and shooting these shots, they're going to hit. And, you know, it helps when you got girls that are 6'2", 6'3", that can really stretch the floor for you. And they started hitting for Northern, and again, it's just something that we couldn't get back from.
Alyssa Calla with the pass underneath, one of the GLIAC's top scorers, but you did a pretty good job on her for most of the game.
We did. That was really our main focus. We really wanted to slow her down because she is their go-to. You know, she gets them going. You know, whether it's scoring, passing, whatever, she really is the engine to that team. And I thought we did a really nice job on her. But you know, they had some great people step up, some great role players, and they're a very well coached team, very good players.
A game that went down to the final play, almost had a chance to tie it at the buzzer, bounced off the front of the rim, and unfortunately you fall short by 3.
Yep, fell short, but that shot was really, really close. You know, it rimmed in and out, and would have been awesome to see it go in because I think that would have given us momentum for overtime. But you know, just not the way it went that day.
This week back on the road like the guys at Northwood on Thursday, and you had a great meeting with them here earlier in the year at home, overtime game, and talk about what it takes to turn that one around and pull out a victory on Thursday.
You know, it's going to be tough. Like Bronx just said, you know, they're going to have home court advantage this time, and Northwood's been playing really well lately. You know, in order for us to go in there and knock them off, we gotta get the wheels turning offensively. We got to stop their drives. You know, they're a really good driving team, and so we got to stop them, play really great containment and good defense and help side and talk. And if we do all that and we start communicating and we start hitting our open shots, you know, we're going to give them a run for their money like they gave us, and it's going to be a fun battle.
On Saturday then, across the bridge to Sault Ste. Marie to take on Lake Superior State, and you were able to pull out a win at home against them, a game you had in control, some big shooting on the Lake Superior State part late in the game, made it a 3-point game, but talk about what it takes to make sure you secure that win.
You know, again, you know, like you said, we had that huge win. We were up 20-plus points, and they just started catching fire. So, like I said, we just need to contain their shooters, contain their playmakers, and we need to do what we need to do offensively and stick to our game plan. And we do that, I think we'll come away with 2 wins this weekend. Talk
about the GLIAC and how competitive it is this year. It seems like on any given night, anybody can beat anybody, and still a close race, battling for those final playoff spots.
Yeah, I mean, we're still in it. You know, we're a couple games back right now, but if we really start to catch fire and everything, we can make it. You know, we're just fighting for that 8th spot. But like you said, the GLIAC day in and day out, you don't know what you're going to get from people. I mean, you could get Wayne going on the road, you know, the Saginaw or whatever, and Saginaw beats Wayne, and Wayne's the top right now. And then you got Tech, who could just play, you know, Northern, another top team, and they could flip-flop. So just depends on what you want to get, who's playing well at that time, and everything. But it's a battle. It's fun.
When you look at the Bulldog roster, still a young team overall, just one senior on the floor, and she's obviously a good one in Sarah Deshawn, but a lot of players coming back, a great nucleus as you look towards the future.
Yes, you know, we have a great core coming back. You know, I was talking to the Michigan Tech coach after that game actually about it, and we were talking about who we have and everything, and she said, "Stop. I do not want to talk to you about that right now. It's too scary looking for the future. You guys, I mean, it's scary what we have coming back, but obviously it's going to be a huge loss losing Sarah. She's such a great player for us, but we're really looking forward to continuing having this core group for a while, and hopefully this core group can start pulling things together right now for us and just keep it rolling this year and for seasons to come."
Well, congratulations again on what's happened so far for the Bulldogs. Best of luck as you travel on the road this week.
Thank you very much, Rob. Appreciate it.
That's going to do it for another episode of Ferris Sports Update. A reminder, you can follow all the action online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com.